Recently, I was driving along the Narok Bomet Road and I was caught speeding. Here are the things you need to do if you are ever caught speeding. What happened was I left Homa Bay very early in the morning, around 4 a.m. And when we were just about to reach Narok town, we were stopped by police, said we were speeding. They showed us a picture of the car. I was doing around 111, and the speed limit, of course, is 100 kilometers per hour. Once you're caught speeding, the first thing you need to do once you're stopped is to be shown where the offense took place. And once you acknowledge that, if at all they're not going to forgive you or let you go, you need to request the police for a cash bill receipt. And this is after making it known that you will pay for cash bill. Now, this is, of course, meant for those who will pay cash bill. When I was caught and the officer went ahead and prepared the cash bill after I gave them the money, cash bill is around 5,000 shillings. I'm going to show you how the cash bill receipt looks like and what you should expect. Here's my cash bill receipt here, and as you can see, these are the details that were written on my cash bill receipt. The officer wrote my number plate. You don't need to know that, I'll block that. And he wrote the make of the vehicle and where the offense took place, as you can see here along Narok, I believe that's Bomet Road. The time the offense took place, case file number, you don't need to know that. The police station that was nearby where I was stopped, that's just before Narok town. The name of the offender, my name of course, the sum paid, about 5,000 shillings only. The charge, which is exceeding speed by doing 111 kilometers per hour instead of 100 kilometers per hour. And it says here, I'll be required to appear before the Chief Magistrate's Court at Narok. That will be next week, as of the recording of this video, next week, Tuesday. That's on the 17th. And it was signed here by the, I believe, inspector and the police station again. Once the cash bill receipt is, before it's written out, make sure you tell the policeman when you'd like to appear for court. They'll give you certain dates. In my case, I was told I can choose either Tuesday or a Thursday. I chose a Tuesday. And one of the other things you need to be familiar with, the traffic minor offences rules for 2016. You can keep a copy of these, or you can keep a copy of this in your car, on your phone, and just be familiar with it. The traffic minor offences rules 2016, as you can see here, the list of nature of offences and the penalties. Here where it shows section 42 and 43, the nature of offence being exceeding speed limit prescribed for class of vehicle. It says here, if you exceed by 1 to 5 kilometers per hour, ideally you should get a warning. If you exceed the speed limit by 6 to 10 kilometers per hour, your fine or penalty will be 500 shillings. And then in my case, the fine will be about 3,000 shillings. And why is this important? We normally ask and demand for the government to be accountable, to be responsible. But responsibility starts with us as citizens. How does this compare with our neighbors? It's interesting here. This is another receipt from a fine I paid while driving in Tanzania. And as you can see, it's been branded with a TRA, that's the Tanzania Revenue Authority. They facilitate the collection of fines. One thing to know, in Tanzania, they're very strict with speed. I paid here a fine of 30,000 Tanzanian shillings, which is the equivalent of about 1,500 shillings. But what's even more exciting is I had two options to pay. I could either pay via cash or I could pay via M-Pesa. Can you believe it? I believe one of the ways we can enhance compliance is for minor traffic offenses. If you could have the opportunity to just pay on the spot, just be informed if you desire accountability and responsibility from the government. Take initiative, be the first one to be responsible. And, it's easy for us to complain that police are corrupt. But probably citizens are even more corrupt. Let's take initiative and let's take the first step towards bringing change.